Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Celebrity Diaries. Malcolm-Jamal Warner, brought into the world on August 18, 1970, in the core of Jersey City, New Jersey, rose up out of humble starting points to scratch his name in the chronicles of diversion history, raised by a single parent. Warner conveys the namesake of two persuasive figures, Malcolm X and jazz maestro Ahmad Jamal, mirroring the social importance that would come to characterize his life as vital as the essential job his mom played as a parent as well as a directing power, expecting the job of his chief. As he set out on his excursion in the diversion domain at a youthful age of 9, Warner's interest and energy for acting flourished, pushing him into the universe of artists to sharpen his art. He tirelessly went to different acting schools, making way for a vocation that would rise above regular limits. He later turned into a kid entertainer and went to the Expert Youngsters School in New York City. While Warner booked a few jobs as a kid entertainer, his advancement came in 1984 when he booked the job of Theo Hubel in The Cosby Show. Bill Cosby himself handpicked Warner after a tryout, making way for a 6-year stretch on the show until 1992. During this critical period, Warner displayed his acting ability as well as dug into different aspects of media outlets, a complex ability he wandered into, making huge commitments to the music scene by coordinating recordings for eminent gatherings, for example, a new option custom curriculum and 5 stars. His association with the inventive strategy reached out to coordinating episodes of The Cosby Show itself, featuring his flexible abilities. Warner kept on transforming the TV scene by coordinating episodes of famous sitcoms like All That Kenan Kel and Malcolm Eddie. This change from acting to guiding underlines his obligation to growing his imaginative skylines. In 1992, Malcolm-Jamal Warner earned far and wide recognition for coordinating a short general well-being video tending to the pivotal subject of HIV and helping, especially focusing on teens. This task exhibited his devotion to involving his foundation in significant and effective undertakings beyond the domain of amusement. Malcolm-Jamal Warner's post, "The Cosby Show profession is an entrancing excursion that traverses TV voice acting music and, surprisingly, the obtaining of movie and TV privileges following his fruitful sudden spike in demand for The Cosby Show. Warner got jobs in shows like Malcolm Eddie, exhibiting his getting-through presence in the TV scene. Interestingly, Warner wandered into the universe of voice acting, turning into a huge supporter of the Enchanted School Transport, where his particular voice left an enduring effect. One more feature during this period was his job on the show. Jeremiah further cements his flexibility as an entertainer all through the last part of the 90s. Warner's TV credits continued to extend with appearances in assorted shows. For example, tune in to the CBS Story Break. Contacted by a holy messenger and the new sovereign of Bel Air, his capacity to flawlessly progress between various classifications and jobs validates his versatility and ability in media outlets. As the 2000 Sunrise conflict, Warner moved a portion of his concentration to the universe of music. He delivered his presentation on the mile-long mixtape and followed it up with one more CD in 2007. This introduction to music added one more aspect to his creative collection. During the 2000s, Warner stayed a natural face on TV, showing up in shows like Hawthorne and Local Area. In the resulting decade, the 2010s saw him proceed with his TV presence with Jobs, setting out to find the real story. American Wrongdoing Story and suits Warner's capacity to remain pertinent and draw in crowds across various shows over the course of the years, addresses his getting through bid, drawing closer to the 2020s. Malcolm-Jamal Warner kept on causing disturbances with prominent jobs in shows. For example, significant violations and Amazon Prime's Slippery Pete, a critical improvement in 2021, was the news that Warner had gained the movie and TV freedoms to the book opportunity shore by Russell Duncan, flagging his contribution to happy creation past acting. This essential move features Warner's revenue in molding stories, both before and behind the camera, denotes another section of his complex vocation, and with the numerous triumphs referenced above, Warner additionally claims a few very important resources we welcome you to investigate now. Manor, Los Angeles, California. Malcolm-Jamal Warner, who procured the rural Pearl, settled in Los Angeles back in 1994 for the unassuming amount of $470,000, crossing across a rambling place where there is 4,600 CRM. The actual property guarantees an all-out area of 1,200 square meters, highlighting 4 rooms, 3 restrooms, and not one yet 2 kitchens, all going through a groundbreaking remodel driven by Warner since 2012, leaving on a virtual visit. Imagine passing the boundary into a hall that energetically coaxes where an excellent flight of stairs expands a thoughtful welcome. This home radiates a certain appeal that envelops you quickly. Picture bubbly get-togethers inside vast residences, spaces each embellished with its heart, promising a cozy vibe for each festival. The core of this home lies in its open-idea kitchen, a shelter for culinary devotees. Rock counters, a stylish island stone, backsplashes, and glimmering hardened steel machines set the stage, coming full circle in a wine cooler that takes special care of the expert in both of you. Broad parlors and a bordering formal feasting region consistently interconnect, giving the quintessential setting to fashioning new family recollections. Lodging in 4 liberally measured and separated rooms, the 4th on the primary floor parades, swinging doors offering flexibility as a review or library, the expert suite, a safe haven by its own doing, flaunts vaulted roofs, a ubiquitous chimney, double stroll in wardrobes, and a lavish suite restroom. Furnished with an unsupported stream tub and a tailor-made stone stroll in the shower. Venturing outside uncovers a confidential sanctuary, a lattice-covered stone porch, and a winding tree swing in, enticing occupants to lounge in the daylight in the midst of the rich vegetation. It's an optimal space for youngsters' play or for planting fans to cull at their verdant goals. The all-encompassing perspectives from this vantage point are out and out stunning, catching the quiet breath of the Marina Harbor extension and the city lights. The mixing of useful components with extravagance is flawlessly accomplished, as is obvious in redesigned restrooms and extra completed cellar rooms. Custom-made for assorted purposes, for example, dens create workplace rest centers, or just additional stockpiling. Past being a simple residing space, this home is an uncommon disclosure settled in the superb scene of Direct for Mean, its nearness toward the oceanside point. For Mean feigns and leave just upgrades its alert, making it a genuinely extraordinary find for those looking for an amicable mix of solace and appeal, dear watchers. The house is, as of now, worth about $5 million. It's truly incredible, isn't it? Next, we welcome you to respect the vehicles he possesses in my new scrutiny of the universe of Malcolm-Jamal Warner's vehicular guilt pleasure is captivating. Disclosure unfurled, the man brags of varied assortment. 4 vehicles each with its own exceptional flair and character. We should start off this auto excursion with a sign of approval for sentimentality, exemplified in Warner's control of a 1995 Portage horse, a solid horse that has endured the ways of the world. This immortal exemplary not only fills in as a demonstration of getting through craftsmanship, yet additionally accompanies a sticker price that resounds with reasonableness in the domain of vehicle gathering, floating around an unobtrusive $115,000. This rough chariot with its unmistakably square casing and strong form typifies the substance of a period when vehicles were worked to get through the tough paths of life. Next on the setup is the Kia Cadenza, a contemporary competitor that carries a bit of advancement to Warner's carport with a cost of around $38,000. This smooth and snappy car isn't just a visual joy, but in addition, a common-sense decision for people who look for an amicable mix of execution and refinement. The Kia Cadenza, with its smooth lines and refined highlights, adds a bit of polish to the assortment, exhibiting Warner's insightful preference for both the aged and the contemporary. Moving into third spot as the Cadillac XTS, an extravagance car that oozes plushness and refinement and is valued at a decent $47,000. This vehicle offers a convincing blend of solace and execution. The Cadillac XTS, with its roomy interior and high-level mechanical elements, remains an image of refinement inside Warner's four-wheeled troupe. Its smooth plan and scrupulousness make it a fitting decision for the people who value the better things throughout everyday life. Last but not least, covering off this group of 4 auto wonders, we have the Nissan Trucks Purchasing Guide, a charming decision that clues at Warner's tendency towards vehicles intended for utility and experience with a sticker price of around $62,000. This vigorous and able truck vows to be a dependable ally for those looking for both usefulness and style. The Nissan Truck Purchasing Guide, with its strong motor and rough terrain capacities, encapsulates the soul of investigation and rough sturdiness among these vehicles. Which one do you like the most? Kindly remark underneath generosity with regards to Malcolm-Jamal Warner's humanitarian endeavors. Thanks for watching this video.